Alright. Electrodominance, live again. So, I can't zoom big because it's off screen, but I guess I could go back to this other page. Electrodominance lets us cast living end from our hand at instant speed, which is sweet. Kari, Zev's expertise and Yahenni's expertise also let us cast living end from our hand. And then we've got a couple of Mausoleum Secrets here, which can always go find one of our copies of Living Ends. There's only 3 Living Ends here, but really we have like 5 of them in a roundabout ways. And then we've got some of the normal cycling creatures that you expect to see in Living End, as well as a Dragonlord Kolaghan and an Atarka World Render as a instant kill you combo with Living End. So let's dive into a league, shall we? We've got a smidgen. We've got a smidgen of interaction and a couple lightning bolts here. A couple of brutalities, but mostly just trying to linear people because that is what Modern's about. With the birth of our Twitch baby comes the glorious news that China has added Bing to the Great Firewall. Blessings to your Twitch stream from the comfort of my legal for now VPN. What's going on, Green Sky? Thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. yeah, we can theoretically win turn 2. You looting, ditch both dragons, turn 2 living and kill them. So, I mean, yeah. You keep a lot of hands in a deck like this because we have 12 cards that cycle, plus looting, plus Cathartic Reunion and stuff like that, so. This one's not going to be a turn 2 kill, but it could theoretically be a turn 3 kill if we draw pretty good. Video game waiting room sounds good. Most modern leagues take about 90 minutes or less, so we'll probably be getting to Arena about 9:30 most days. What is a last chance trial? A last chance trial is if you go 5-0 in it, I believe, you get 2 buys for the Grand Prix. What time is it there? It is currently 5 to 8. My wife usually leaves with the kids for daycare about 7:15, sometimes even before that. And then I eat breakfast, take care of a couple bookkeeping things, and then fire up. I might run long today. Depends on who else is on. If we have a good viewer count like we did yesterday, I'm probably gonna go for a while. We'll see. Viewer count really is partially determined by who else is streaming. Ziggurat, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So keeping me employed here. I'm actually just going to go ahead and Cathartic Reunion, ditch these 2. I know I could cycle this, but I think I'd rather just keep my land and other things for now. What do you think of Vanafear Pod in Modern? It's probably too slow. Sounds real slow and clunky. So what's this do? Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike. So we should be pretty set up to kill them on 4. Hopefully we get a turn 4. Spire Bluff Canal, Serum Visions could imply that they're playing Storm, which means they could kill us on their turn 3. Although I guess Electrodominance with Living End is actually an instant speed removal spell, right? So that seems sweet. Yeah, likely Storm, but Bolt plus Electrodominance plus Living End should mean that we get our next turn, which is awesome. Do I want to? So I think I'm supposed to actually, because I have this Bolt, I think I'm supposed to Electrodominance now. Yes, a sleight of hand confirmed Storm. Emo Fury Cowboy, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. So I think I'm actually supposed to just do this now, because if they have a remand, they could remand my Living End, and I don't have another way to cast it. And since I have the Lightning Bolt as interaction, I want to just like get my things into play now, because this is lethal, right? Like this is 12 and this is 20, so like these 3 things attack for lethal. So just holding up Lightning Bolt here should mean we don't die. Morning, Marianne. Love from the YouTube. Well, thanks for dropping into a live one. I appreciate you stopping in to give that Twitch Prime support. Twitch Prime pays my bills. Wonder if they have like an abrade. The text on the Atarka is that whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gets double strike. Which is kind of hot. I'm going to start holding lands at this point probably because there's a bunch of Faithless Lootings in my deck. Even if they have like a unsubstantiate here, like they're still taking 8 and I've got a bunch of bolts in my hand, so we're probably fine. And if they don't have an unsubstantiate, they're dead. So, alright, they're dead. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. Yay! Modern! I'm happy we did our thing right away. That was great. We did it! Yay! Alright, how much... The real question is, how much interaction am I supposed to bring in this matchup? I'm not sure I know the answer to that question. We've achieved peak modern, chat. We've achieved peak modern. I think I trim the expertise. Leyline and otherwise no changes. I could see that. Is this not a Duress Fatal Push matchup? Maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know either. Collective Brutality is a little mediocre. Yeah, Leyline stops them from going off, which is nice. And it's free. It like doesn't cost us mana, so it doesn't really disrupt our game plan. So cutting like 2 Kari Zev and 2 Brutality seems reasonable. You're not wrong, JMP. You're not wrong. I wonder if it's worth boarding in a Fatal Push here. So that way, like, I can Mausoleum Secrets for a removal spell occasionally. That's probably fine. We did win the game. Our opponent couldn't combo faster than us, so we killed them. I'm gonna swap a bolt for the a Fatal Push because Mausoleum Secrets only gets black cards. Well, I have my sideboard card, so I have to keep, right? Sweet. This hand's great. Mausoleum Secrets. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and keep that there because it eventually turns into a living end. What were the highest stakes I played at? 510? I think 510. I don't remember. I made a bunch of money, and then I lost a bunch of money, and I stopped playing. Our health total doesn't really matter here. I'm going to go ahead and cycle Monstrous Carabid before I play the Faithless Looting, because I want to get, like, the most looks of another dragon. Yeah, I don't really play poker much anymore. It's just very boring. If you're playing poker well, it involves a lot of waiting, which is terribly dry. Like Magic is generally less risk for tournaments, and like there's more action, right? Even with all the waiting between rounds in a Magic tournament, there's more action. You get busted on a bad beat, you get to play a second game instead of just like having to go back to the ATM. No, I wasn't old enough to get into casinos when I was in undergrad, so there was a group of people that ran, they called it charity poker tournaments in various places around the Chicagoland area that I played in. Let's go get Am I just secreting for the living end since I have this? I think I am. I think I'm just gonna go do that. Yeah, correct. You can also do other stuff in between rounds. That's a very good point. Alright, well, I mean, they could theoretically kill us next turn, but it's pretty unlikely to kill us through the Leyline. Your other creatures have haste. When an opponent plays a planeswalker spell, creature plays the same name in their graveyard. Sure. You've got some puzzle pieces. Wow, they have Spell Pierce and Remand. So next turn we're gonna almost get, if I hit another creature off my living end, off my Faithless Looting or my draw step, we're going to kill them. Because these are gonna come in with haste, so I have 7, this is 13. Oh, I need a 5 power, so I guess I need the other Dragonlord. They're like pretty likely dead though. Yeah, Husing, if you listen to me when I was talking, the opponent's deck plays interaction like Remand and Spell Pierce. Alright, sweet, so they're dead. Well, this has been a great match of Modern. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. Yay, Modern! Yay! Get him! Get him! Get him! Arr! Arr! We like to party. We like to party. Ba 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 da da. Ba 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 da ba da da. Ba 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 da da. Welcome to the Bass Jam, baby. Nice storm deck. Nice storm deck. Whatcha? Get him. Arr. Arr. Vroom, vroom, off to the races, Chad, off to the races. Alrighty. Thank goodness they banned Crockclot Ironworks. I could not help but laugh at all of the people that were like, Modern's gonna be so fair now, they banned Crockclot Ironworks. Like, come on, have you not been playing Modern? Do you really think Crockclot Ironworks was the only bit of linear that we had going on here? Because let's be honest with ourselves. It's far from the only bit of linear going on in this format. All you need to know is that my opponent died on the 3rd turn of the game. In the first game, they died on the 4th turn. Playing Bant Flash tonight at my local game store. Don't mess up. It's a Tiny Edges deck. You'll die. Where are the arena sound bites, right? Asking the real questions. Oh no, humans. Don't police my fun, opponent. Alright, so... do I just want to kill this? I probably just want to kill this, right? I think I just want to kill this before it gets too big. Well, like we talked about on stream before, the reason why a lot of people love Modern is because they're not really playing Modern. They're playing casual Magic with the Modern ban list is what it comes down to. They're playing Magic at their local game store, and at their local game store, not everybody's playing Storm and Burn and Tron and all these other busted decks. They're playing like Jeskai Control and like Black-White Hate Bears and like Green-White Value Town. And like they're playing all these mid-range decks that are otherwise real mediocre, but like when you play the mediocre decks into each other, it like makes the format feel reasonable, right? And like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with enjoying casual Magic, but just like call a spade a spade. I'm killing this in response in case they name Lightning Bolt. Sure, Bant Spirits, an incredibly fair Magic the Gathering deck. The fair mirrors in Modern are very reasonable. The problem is that, like, they're just few and far between. Named Living End. Heads up play. So, I think I want to go digging here. I'm going to Reunion. I think I'm ditching Dragonlord and Reunion here, honestly. I guess if I hit another land, I could just, yeah, I'm going to discard the Faithless Looting, actually. I can just flash that back. Cathartic Reunion's card neutral, which is nice. Thanks, dogs. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So we need to kill this with fire. It's a little awkward that I need to fetch shock. Cause I wanna cycle this. I guess I could just end step bolt this. Man, that card's annoying too. Yeah, I guess I'm just bolting this. Yeah, Meddling Mage says we can't cast Living End, and we do need to be able to actually cast it. Thalia, we could still cast it, but it costs us... This makes it cost 4 mana for our thing to work, which is unfortunate. Alright, so I'm gonna ditch this, and then if we... Maybe I'm supposed to ditch both the horrors. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to ditch both the horrors there. Because if I hit an untapped land next turn, I can go Dominance Living End through the Thalia. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I should have ditched this so I had more creatures. This is a long game of Modern. My darn opponent kept interacting with me. Perfect. Alright, so if we don't die this turn, and they don't put a Meddling Mage into play, we're gonna get to do a bunch of stuff. We don't have a what's it called? We don't have a Walk-In in our pocket, but we do have a Dragonlord Kolaghan. This isn't lethal, right? This is attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7, so I can fetch and then still be okay. That's 8. Okay, sweet. So long as it's not 9, we're fine. If it's not 9, we're fine, chat. Words to live by. Yeah, we've been going back. We're going to be doing a Magic Online League every morning. So, I get to do this. To do X is 0, I have to pay 3. And then I do have to pay 1 to cast the Living End, because I am still casting it with Electrodominance. And then all of my toys are going to come into play. I don't believe they're dead this turn. But we should be set up to win in the long term. They named Living End again. Weird. Alright, so I have to have blockers here. These are attacking. If I attack with everything, do they have to block everything? I don't think that's the case. I think I'm supposed to play around Mantis Rider. I think I attack with just these two. So if I attack with just these two, I leave these back on defense. Yeah, it's probably reasonable. Just put them to 12. I think we're ahead here. Worth noting, like, our small amount of interaction in our main deck was, like, very, very good here, right? Yep. This is the downside to not hitting with the Dragonlord. That, like, this gets to happen. Yeah, maybe I should have hit with the Dragonlord last turn. So, I can Electrodominance. What if I attack with everything? If I attack with everything, they're obligated to block 3 things, right? Because they're at 12, they can't take a hit from 3. So that leaves them 1 creature left over. And regardless of which creature they leave left over, I can kill it with Electrodominance plus Collective Brutality. Whenever you cycle or discard another card. Yeah, it does. Alright, so if I kill this Escalating Brutality, they'd block these 3, and they'd lose their entire board. Yeah, I guess that's the line, right? That still leaves me dead to Mantis Rider, though. I think I can not die to Mantis Rider if I sequence this correctly. So let's attack with everything. I think based on how they block with this Electrodominance, I can play around to Mantis Rider. It's like making these bigger doesn't really do anything. So this is fine. So this happens. So I can go ahead and pass here now. So they go to 4. And I have a bunch of attackers. And then Electrodominance lets me cast Brutality at instant speed. Which means I don't... The lines everybody else is talking about tell, like, lose to Mantis Rider. I'm just tired. I don't care if you're a fucking sub. Get out of here. I've got no tolerance for modern nonsense. Follow my rules. Don't just sit here... Just stop it. All right, just 0 tolerance. You're right. We can kill them. Look at that. It took me timing out like 6 people before someone finally actually listed how we could win the game. Just a bunch of armchair turds. Wanting to be like, but Jeff, you could kill them. I'm not going to tell you how you kill them. It's weird. That's another thing that happens less in Standard than it happens in Modern. I don't know if it's because we have a lot of newer Standard players that are, like, less aggressive or, like, less willing to be, like, assertive and, like, tell me I'm an idiot and wrong, but, like... It's easy to see stuff when you're not playing correct. And, like, I'm willing to be wrong, but a bunch of people just being like, you miss lethal, you miss lethal, you miss lethal. And a bunch of those people, so one of those people I just timed out was a sub. You're not new here. You know how this works. I think... X is 2, you would have 5 open mana. No, that doesn't work, Yoshi. So, and this is actually something worth talking about. When you Electrodominance to kill a creature, that creature is still on the battlefield when you cast the new card with Electrodominance, because damage doesn't kill creatures, state-based actions kill creatures. So, if you Electrodominance Thalia's still in play and wouldn't let us cast the Collective Brutality without paying 1 more mana. Because state-based actions aren't checked mid-resolution of this spell, which is a weird interaction, right? So, like, if I would have Electrodominance for 3 plus X is 2 to deal 2 damage to the Thalia, I wouldn't have been able to cast this. I'm boarding in pushes and a Yahenni's expertise. Wonder if I need these both Collective Brutalities here. What's my trim? Maybe it's just Cathartic Reunion. It might just be Cathartic Reunion, actually. Again, I don't mind corrections. I miss things all the time. I genuinely miss that we could kill them with dominance plus brutality. But a bunch of people just like typing in chat, you miss lethal, you miss lethal, you miss lethal. Like, one, that's against the stream rules. Two, it's against the stream rules because it's just annoying and it's not helpful, right? If you see something great, call it out, help me, help other people learn, but don't just sit there and be a tool about it. This seems like not great for like rushing to our combo, but I'm pretty sure it's a keep, right? Like against the Meddling Mage Thalia deck, I'm probably not going to be able to rush to my combo. So just like keeping a hand that can interact with them a little bit and then eventually combo is probably ideal. Sorry, I'm going to do my best to reduce the sodium. I'm just going to time the people out that are breaking my rules and move along with my life. That makes me, I'm much happier when we do that. Let's not rant on the people that don't want to be helpful. Let's just move along. Yeah, I agree. Our swath of that game was a great example of like how good our interaction is, right? Like seemed very reasonable. They don't have a second land. Well, that's good for us. Them not having a second land, like, means that our slower hand is a little bit mediocre, but we have time to draw into it here still, too. I wonder if I just, like, move to hand size next turn. If they miss another land drop, I might just hand size discard this Atarka. So, like, we talk about how linear Modern is, but a lot of the linear decks have varying degrees of some small interaction, like try and race people that are going faster than them. And I really think that like linear decks like this deck is similar to like the Blue-Red Phoenix deck that's been going on, right? It's a deck that has a super linear busted draws, but at the same time, it also has just a scotch of interaction for when people are faster than it. I enjoy the way you run the stream. It makes a relatively toxic-free environment for people to learn. Thank you, Divinity. I appreciate that. So, because my hand's kind of slow, this might be a game where I just need to, like, start killing their pressure. Yeah, what? Alright, sure. That had to have been a misclick, right? I don't think I'm killing this turn. I'm just gonna hang out for the time being, since it didn't attack. I think you might like this one, Inner. It seems pretty sweet. So they're actually dead on our untap. We get to end step, Electrodominance, flip the Atarka into play, untap, triple bolt them. Is this deck good? I think this deck might actually be good. I mean, even if they have a surgical, we still wrath them, right? This is up to X, right? X or less, yeah. Yeah, Marty, I know this was like a rough draft, but like, we're kind of dumpstering people. This thing has double strike when it attacks, so it attacks for 12. Ah! Here there be dragons! We beat Storm and we beat humans, haven't lost a game. Clearly Modern is broken. Nothing like watching Excel while working on Excel at work. What's going on, Punishing Waterfalls? Well, I mean, and this deck doesn't even strictly have 8 combo enablers, so much as it just has, like, Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion, and a bunch of cards that cycle, right? Like, we've got these 12 cards cantrip, and then these draw cards, and these draw cards. We've got 20 cards that draw more cards. Needs a spectacle card for sound bites. I should have found a Dragon Roar. I wasn't thinking. I didn't have a lot of time before I wanted to be live this morning when I fired up. Could a card like Wheel of Fate be good in this deck as another discard outlet? Nah, I think you'd rather just like have Living Ends. You also like can't, so like Mausoleum Secrets only finds black cards, so you can't like find Wheel of Fate with that. Hey, Jomion Roulette. What's going on? Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping being played here. Do we have a plan against Ripper Leyline? We kind of don't, right? I wonder if we're supposed to splash a color to deal with Rip and Leyline. It doesn't seem unreasonable. Adam with the $10 tip. Thank you very much for that. Ooh, let me load my dashboard up. I'm gonna stand up here too. My legs are getting cramped. I enjoy the content, just wish there was a Bislett ranting about bad chatters and quietly telling out. I agree. That's something I need to do. I've gotten better about that, but I'm still not perfect. Part of the problem is that if you just time people out and you don't tell them why they're being timed out, they're just confused and they don't know what to do or what they did wrong. But just a short mention of stream rules is probably better. How do we beat Graveyard Hate? We kill them before they play it. I think splashing a small amount of you could like splash green for Destructive Revelry or white for Wear Tear. Let's go ahead, Best Beard. Of course, Kriko. Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. Cycle this. So it is worth noting that the opponent is playing a what's it called deck? A Arcbound Ravager deck, which does make Arcbound Ravager does make it a little bit difficult to live against because they get to keep all their creatures. What's up with the audio? I have a space heater that's running a little bit in the background. Maybe I could fire up the arena music. Everybody yesterday said it was pretty much fine. So I have it running again today. It's like below 0 in the Midwest. You actually can't hear it during arena because that's a video game and there's background music and sound effects. All right, so what am I doing? Yeah, you probably have to have the audio up pretty high to hear it. It's probably only when I'm not talking. I think I'm gonna start. Do I start on Faithless Looting here? No, it's quite literally identical to yesterday. I might just Cathartic Reunion. So like again, like Cathartic Reunion leaves this card neutral, which is nice. So I could like fetch a mountain, reunion, ditch, brutality plus reunion, ditch, brutality plus looting. Yeah, it seems silly to like have my heat kicked up in my entire house. when like I'm the only one here in this room. So like when Christy and the kids leave for the day. Oh, I guess I should have Brutality this because they can regenerate it here. Yeah, I guess that's loose. I wasn't thinking about the welding jar. Yeah, Brutality would have beat the regeneration. Yeah, the deck lists on my website are always, these are the last list I played that I'm pretty sure is good. I'm not sure exactly how I want to fit Crab, and I think Crab is good, but I don't know. There's always going to be lots of iterations of different deck lists. Nice, Shiz. So worth noting here, even if I'm living in at this point, the Ink Moth is going to stick around. It's actually been really impressive so far, Pikes. We 2-0'd Humans and we 2-0'd Storm. We're a little bit behind this game. If we rip a Living End, we'll be in a great spot. Although I guess if we rip Living End, Electrodominance lets us instant speed it, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, we can instant speed it. Forgot about that. So next turn we'll flash back Faithless Looting. Looking for Living End. I'm gonna ditch this Expertise. Can cycle this Carabid. And then, actually, if we find one more land, we can actually Looting plus Electrodominance Living End in the same turn. So we're actually setting ourselves up to be in a pretty good spot here. The fact that our combo also wraths the board has like been pretty powerful so far in every match that we've played, because it's like a combo that sets us up to kill them that's like also stopping them from killing us. Now I don't think I'm bolting Ink Moth unless it's threatening lethal. I guess this is the last turn I could technically bolt it, but I think that's fine. What are your thoughts on Kiki conscripts with the dragon package? Getting to kill him. Well, we can kill them the turn we pop off. We have both dragons. Both dragons kill them. The bus driver with the 5-month resub. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate it. Yeah, if I bolt it here, the jar means that it gets out of combat. So, but I'm only taking 3 from this, which puts me to 5. And next turn I'm only taking 4, which puts me to 9. So like I'm not dead to the Ink Moth if I don't bolt it here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cycle my Carabid to again just like try and linear them as hard as possible. I don't think so, Pikes. Like, we have a much better matchup than normal Living End does because we can kill them the turn we combo. This deck gets to play Interaction, Kikoro. It gets to play Lightning Bolt. All right, so we just passed here, right? And then when they attack us, I wrath their board and then I untap and kill them. I believe the ban is live on Moto. I don't know for sure though. Yeah, we don't have a haste dragon in our bin, so I just pass here. Yeah, Electrodominance is an instant. So we can Living End, and it lets us ignore timing restrictions too, so welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. I don't have a soundboard, unfortunately, for today. Welcome to the jungle, baby. So they can sack one of their things the Throne of Geth to have a blocker next turn, but like I have another Electrodominance, another Lightning Bolt. The fact that, and again, like Living End has always been hyper consistent because it's able to cycle through its deck. So like the fact that we get to interact as much as we're doing here is like so absurd. So like they get to block one of these things. This has trample and double strike when it attacks. So welcome to Thunderdome, baby. So they're dead on board, right? They block here, and they take 12, 20, 26, and we can burn them for another 5. The horrors do also get large with Reunion, that's true. No, it's just providing a really quick way to kill people. What do I want to do here? Fatal Push is good. This is probably a Leyline of the Void matchup, right? Ingot Chewer is definitely great. I've just been cutting these expertise most games. I kind of feel like I don't need this redundant effect here. I'm gonna turn these Collective Brutality, so they're a little bit slow as far as interaction goes. What else do I want to get rid of here? You trim a Cathartic Reunion. Leyline's good because it stops them from bringing creatures back with Living End. It also turns off their modular, which is one of their big ways to do things. So the dragon package here is because you can theoretically kill people on turn 2. If you turn 1 Faithless Looting, discard 1 of each dragon, and turn 2 Living End, you attack for lethal. I need 3 more cuts here. Whenever I'm boarding in too much interaction, maybe I'm supposed to trim a couple of Street Wraiths. Just because they're aggressive. Yeah, I think so, Demir Spy. I think I agree with you. And I guess I'm bringing in Ingot Chewer, right? Which is like another way to get a creature in the bin. I think I'm just going to cut another Street Wraith. I think I like this plan. I think especially on the draw, I like being pretty interactive with like Fatal Pushes and Bolts and stuff. Seems not unreasonable. Yeah, we have a cantrip in our opener, right? And we have Bolt plus Leyline, so sounds great. If the turn 2 puts a floor on how bad a matchup can be, because sometimes you can turn that out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm kind of in love with this deck, Marty. Like, I don't think all the details... Welcome to a live one, Muzalo. I don't think all the details here are ideal, but the core of what you've thrown together seems really awesome. It is kind of sad we can't tune between matches, I agree. I think we need a splash color to deal with enchantments. Probably Assassin's Trophy / Destructive Revelry or something like that. I think the expertises are probably bad. Maybe 1 Yahenni's is fine to fetch with the Mausoleum Secrets on occasion. Because, like, being able to fetch both halves of your combo with Secrets seems good. Wisp-Mare's actually not a bad idea. I don't hate that. Trophy's probably a little bit more flexible, though. I kind of like the 2 dragons. Like, putting just Atarka into play kills very quickly. Got that StarCraft APM, Phyrexian. We better with blue or black. Listen, Drum, I just timed someone out for making a similar comment. So remember, you're a sub, so you get a little bit more leeway. Follow the stream rules. If you want to make a suggestion, tell me why your suggestion is worthwhile. What problem are we fixing with your suggestion? The people who are talking about Asphortal aren't listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying we literally have too many ways to cast Living End, and I want less ways to cast Living End. It's like, I love it how, like, I'm talking about I want less ways to cast Living End, and people are like, why don't we play Asphortal? It gives us more ways to cast Living End. It's like, well, that's not actually what I'm seeing right now. What I'm seeing is that I want fewer ways to cast Living End. A little bit Golmal, but like expertise can be interaction when you need a sweeper, and the fact that you can fetch it with secrets is very real. And like, let secrets fetch both your combo pieces. Yeah, I agree. Oh, we could tutor trophy. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right, because we can fetch black cards with secrets. Completely agree. That's exactly the droid we're looking for. I'm gonna discard this. I'm just gonna discard the Blood Crypt. I drew like 2 cyclers. Yeah, green also would let us just cast every dragon in the deck. So like, that's another way to beat graveyard hate, right? Is we just cast our spells. Well, I don't know if Mausoleum Secrets is busted, but I think it's just like fine. I also think I want 1 Fatal Push in the main deck because I want a way to like kill a creature with Mausoleum Secrets easily. Correct. Tutoring only works if we have a graveyard. But one of the reasons why Trophy is good is because it allows us to like have text even when they don't have graveyard hate. Yeah, I agree. This deck can pivot and has some flexibility to it, unlike normal Living End. Completely agree with that assessment. Well, actually, I mean, if you don't have a graveyard, there's still going to be times where you'd want to tutor for Living End Demi-Eyes, because Living End is still Wrath of God when you don't have a graveyard. So, like, it gets rid of their board, which is, like, relevant. The fact that this deck can instant speed cycle it, too, is pretty sweet. All right, well, there's the other Dragonlord. We are playing against a blue deck here, though, which means that we do need to worry about counterspells. Cathartic Reunion is exceptionally bad against counterspells, because if they counter it, we still have discarded the cards. So I'm probably going to Collective Brutality. Ooh, Slaughter Pact. Yeah, I like that one, Isha. Yeah, maybe that's the one. Main deck Pact. All right, what do you got? I think I just gotta go for this here. This Cathartic Reunion is like not getting better. Once they have another mana up next turn, they're gonna have more stuff available. So I think it's right to just jam there. Hopefully they tap out for Jace here, and then we untap and kill them. So Slaughter Pact is Mausoleum Secrets only fetches black cards. So I want a black removal spell in the main deck so that I can Mausoleum Secrets for game 1. So they didn't have a 2-mana counterspell last turn. So I think that means I play around. Yeah, they don't have Cryptic Mana this turn, so I think I just go for it. It's worth noting that I'm Electrodominancing with X is 1. And while this doesn't play around Logic Knot, or else it doesn't play around Mana Leak, it does play around Snap Spell Snare. All right, don't op Terminus me. Roar! Here, there, beach. Oh no! They have settled the wreckage. I'm done. I'm not playing against counterspells. All right, next match. Onward, upward, backward, forward. And this is like part of the suck that is Magic Online. Like I don't even really, like, we went 3-0, but, like, I'm kind of just, like, ready to be done playing because I want to make changes to the deck and think about it and, like, make updates, but I can't do that. We're locked in. I don't have the flexibility to make changes. Like, I've got, like, at least 6 things that I want to change. I just can't because that's not how Magic Online leagues work. Listen, it's wrong to play around Settle in Standard most of the time. It's super wrong to play around it in Modern. I still can't do that, Demi-Eyes, so I don't have every card on Magic Online. It requires $20,000 to have every card on Magic Online. Yeah, I don't know. So the nice thing about this matchup's probably pretty good for us. They could have Relic in their main sometimes, but if they don't Relic us, we should be in a good spot. And I have Ingot Chewer on the board to beat Relic. Is there anything more modern playery than a concedes to the 1F Settle the Wreckage, opponent comes in chat and says good game? I guess. Welcome to Modern. It was something. No, we beat the robots deck. I think I'm gonna hold on to the Cathartic Reunions again. Like, the Cathartic Reunions are card neutral, which is nice. We're hoping to draw some dragons here, so that way we can combo quickly when we're living in them. At least, like, the fact that, like, we have these expertises in our deck is, like, not that big of a deal since we have a bunch of looting style effects. They found Relic. Gross. I guess we need to draw Living End now. Probably dead. What's going on, Ace Tiger? Thanks for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No, I don't think so, Demi-Eyes. You're not going to get turn 2 to 3 wins more often just because you put a bunch of crappy Spirit Guides in your deck. Like, what is Spirit Guide doing? What does a turn 3 win look like with Spirit Guide that you're not normally having as a turn 3 win? Like, we're like, pitch Spirit Guide, Cathartic Reunion. Like, the subset of hands you have where that actually generates a faster win are, like, absurdly small. And that card's going to be real clunky in a lot of other spots. Alright, well, the fact that they were super aggressive here with this means that we could still potentially win this game. If they would have just been conservative and, like, sat on it for a while, we probably couldn't win, but the fact that they played fast and loose is real good for us. 2 Brutalities is not great for us, but I've got this Cathartic Reunion to do stuff. So, like, Ingot Chewer is a card. Ingot Chewer is a flexible card. It's a card that's good when you're comboing, and it's also good when you're not comboing, is why it's great. Modian, thank you very much for the $15 tip. I appreciate that. Happy to get that added back in. Let's get this cycled. Like, if I find my other dragon here plus a Living End, we actually get to kill them the following turn, which is funny. All right, well, there's a Living End. So, like, all right. Yeah, those are Moto-only Tron lands. No, Fireblood is really slow. And cast your dragons. Okay, maybe I'm on board. I'm a big fan of backup plans, and that's like a pretty funny backup plan. It lets you cast the dragons. Huh. That might be really cheeky. I wonder if that's a sideboard plan. How much mana does this Atarka cost? Only 7? Gosh, that might be a sideboard plan. All right, that probably means we're dead. Think that one means we're done for. But I played this game really well. Well, so like 7 is slow, right? But like Sarkin could be like a sideboard card that's like good against graveyard hate, right? Because it lets you expertise and steal it. Yeah, that's exactly how that works. These bolts aren't meaningful interaction. Duress is fine here. Brutality's real bad. I guess I leave in 1 expertise as a way to tutor for it. Yeah, if I steal the Worm and Living End, I do get the choke in. The problem is, chat, there's an O-Stone, and I have nothing left at that point, and they have Tron. I would have loved to see that last game play out. We lost the game is how that game played out. If I take their thing and like do my stuff, they Oblivion Stone, and then we have nothing left, and they have Tron and a bunch of cards in their hand. We're just gonna be happy rather than argue with people. I'm just gonna time people out. Don't worry about the thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Yeah. Do 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 do. So I think I'm just doing this, stitching these. Do my best to hit my 3rd land. Alright, so we got Fulminator Mage into Electrodominance. Honestly, the main deck Fulminator Mages, like traditional Living End plays, might just be something worth doing. They're pretty good against the control matchup too. I don't know if we have room for them though. So next turn I get to get Living End, Fulminator Mage them again. So that sounds nice. If we don't get Relic, we'll be in a good spot. Yeah, like 2 Sarkin in the sideboard sounds like super cheeky and funny. I don't know if we have room. We'll pull it up and take a look at it here. Unfortunately, on Magic Online, we can't make changes to things in between, like we would love to be able to, but nah, I should be conservative and just Living End this turn. I have a Street Wraith, a Dragonlord, a Carabid. Just do this. Yeah, Mage is tutorable too. I'm gonna take a deep breath and not yell at you. This deck has a problem drawing cards. My deck with 20 cantrips in it has a problem drawing the right cards. Respectfully disagree. Respectfully disagree that my deck with 20 pieces, 1/3 of my deck is ways to draw more cards. So firmly disagree that I have the problem drawing the right parts of my deck. Yeah, we also are playing a couple of Mausoleum Secrets, that's true. Yeah, we've had a huge bump in number of people that are watching and following. I picked up like something absurd like 6,000 followers in the last month. It's been kind of crazy. A mix of both the front page time and the fact that Magic Arena is just kind of popping off. I already had Bant Nexus in the queue, Larynx, and I think it'll be better if I do it as the first deck of the day. It'll be easier to work through. But a big part of the issue is that I didn't know how the end step stop worked. They mulligan to 5. How's the deck doing so far? This deck's really good. I might actually rework this a little bit and play it at the Modern tournament I'm playing next month. Deck seems like uniquely powerful. What am I playing? Weather permitting, there's a Nerd Rage tournament that's Modern next month that I'm probably gonna go to. Yeah, if you set the end step stop accordingly on Magic Arena, you don't have to full control mode the Nexus deck. Yeah, our curve looks absurd here. No, it's supposed to snow this weekend, so I'm not going. Explain how to do that? Well, this Fulminator Mage is going to be great. It's bigger and it can play defense. Carabid? No, I think Carabid is great. We don't need our creatures to play defense. Is the third line of text on Kolaghan ever relevant? I don't know what the third line of text on Kolaghan is. Sweet Kyle. Yeah, if the weather's good, I'm gonna go. Especially if I have a sweet new Modern deck we can play. It's the third line of text. No, the third line of text is never relevant. Alright, well, we 4-1'd with me conceding to blue-white control because I didn't feel like playing against it. So that was pretty impressive. This deck seems awesome. Alright, what did I like and what did I not like? These expertise seem real bad. Was not happy with those. I want a stomping ground. So I can play some black cards in the sideboard. Did Magic Online just crash? Nope, it's just running real slow. It might even be right to play 2 stomping grounds. The core of what we're doing here seems real good though. Yeah, we beat Storm, Humans, Hardened, Scaled, and Tron. Like, we kind of ran through, like, a bunch of the stock good decks in Modern, and just kind of, like, ran them through very easily. Honestly, like I said, a couple of Fulminator Mages in the main might be fine. No, we don't care about Blood Moon. Set the end step. You have to re-toggle the end step stop every turn in Magic Arena, because it's bugged. No, I think that should be Stomping Ground because we want a lot of red mana in this deck. Most of our spells are red. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14 black sources, which is probably plenty. Is this list on my website? No, this is the first time we've played this. This is the first time we've played this. And I like the idea that, like, if we Super Flood, we can cast all of our threats now, which is sweet. Would this be a fine Blood Moon deck? I don't think Blood Moon's very good, so probably not. Maybe we should play Blood Moon to cheese. What's it called? Whatever that deck is. Blue-white control. I don't know if we have room for Sarkhan, thinking about it. I've got one more slot here in the main deck. Could be a Fatal Push, could be a Slaughter Pack, something like that. I feel like this felt like pretty close to reasonable, and like getting to play a bunch of Leyline of the Voids is like also good. I feel like I'd start here, or like move on to here, because we already have a starting point, obviously. It's also very possible that we should just have a 4th living end in the main, just because like we have looting or Cathartic Reunion. I like the Duresses. The Duresses are good. Morning, Cyrillus. Thank you for the 413 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, Warblazer, we're just wrapping up on Modern today. We played a real Modern deck, which means the league only took us an hour. Well, I have 2 brutalities. I don't think I want a main deck trophy. I think that's too narrow. I don't want to rely on green mana game 1. But like this probably isn't terrible. Nah, I think I'd rather just have 2 brutality main. Duress main is pretty narrow. I think I'd give this a try. Yeah, living end 4 living end is probably what you actually want to be doing. Because like we really want to be drawing it, and I have 8 ways to ditch it if we draw too many. Something like this. It's probably reasonable. Yeah, Brutality main's good versus Burn too. And like I said, if you play the deck more and you feel like you need the expertises, maybe you do. I don't know. Like we played 4 or 5 matches there, and like we went 4-1 Marty with me conceding to blue-white control. Seemed pretty reasonable. Yeah, if you this the league was really good. This deck felt super powerful. But like I said, I think just like with the fact that like when you consider that we have 20 cards that let you draw cards between lootings and stuff like this, that like I think it's fine to just play 4 and 4 of these and call it a day. And like I said, you have to play games. My expertise might be worth it, but yeah, I'll post this in the Modern channel on the subs Discord. Yeah, this was a fast league, not because we died. It was a fast league because we played a real Modern deck, which was nice. All right, let's play some standard. Yeah, it'll be high resolution, and the image that I post, my main screen here is 1440. Yay, video games. Hey,